Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches. Today's day 2 and the sketch is this one created by Crafty Maggie. Now she's got some florals going on, some lines around here, double photos, big old title. I've got some things, so let's see what I can do. Alright guys, I am using a couple sheets of cardstock and also a pre-made piece of paper that I've already worked on. So this was, I believe, a Vicky Bouton pre-made mixed media paper, and I used the stripe heart stencil and some inks and created this background. Now, over on the Scrapping Reflections Instagram, which I have not been on in a hot minute, you might not have even known that the business had its own Instagram. I was doing the 100-day project, and I bombed on it. I was doing the 100-day project where I was going to stencil a pre-made background every day for 100 days. Well, in the middle of the 100-day project, my laser decided to die in multiple ways, and I thought that it was pretty crappy to do stencils on my business Instagram when I couldn't sell the stencils because I couldn't cut them because I kept having to replace parts of my laser. So I have a stack of layouts. I don't know, maybe I did 25, 28 backgrounds, and I just decided now was the time to start using them instead of having them just sit there in a pile mocking me. So these two photos are from Splash Mountain. Now you may or may not have heard that Splash Mountain is being reimagined to The Princess and the Frog with Princess Tiana, and I'm sure it seems like it goes one of two ways. People are like, oh yeah, really? Okay. And then people are like, I cannot believe they are ruining the sanctity of Splash Mountain and Prayer Rabbit and Prayer Fox and all the prayers. And so yeah, so when we heard that, when we heard that Splash Mountain was going to be reimagined, we wrote on it, and I took pictures of all kinds of things because we love Splash Mountain. We have two canvases blown up of us riding Splash Mountain on our wall. Like, it is a fun time. For us, we just have a great time. So I took pictures of all kinds of things. And when we went just a couple weeks ago, it was still Splash Mountain. It hadn't been closed. It was kind of re-announced, I guess, that they were going to be reimagining it. And it was kind of sad because you could tell that things on the ride were breaking, not like safety measures or stuff like that, but animatronics and water and just things like that were breaking, and they weren't fixing them and they weren't being repaired. And it was like, wow, yeah, you can definitely tell that this ride is going to be coming to an end. So that was super sad for us. Anyway, that's why I'm scrapbooking a zip-de-dee-doo-dah sign and the exit for Splash Mountain. Anyway, you might think that that's ridiculous, but it is being scrapbooked. So now I'm going to place some felt flowers, and ultimately I decided to keep them in line with the heart, and my clusters are not going to be as large as they are depicted here on the sketch. I love Maggie's sketch, but the beautiful thing about sketches, guys, is you can make it your own. You can do whatever you need to do to make that layout your own. So I am using some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to adhere these bad boys down to the layout. Now, I put the Nuvo Deluxe in the center of the felt flowers, and it kind of soaks into the felt before I can get my centers on them. So I do have to add more glue. So there's a lot of glue going down on this layout. And I just do it so that it actually will stick, right? I don't want my flowers or the centers of my flowers popping off. Because I decided to use these rhinestones instead of some brads. And I did that because I've got a bunch of these rhinestones. I picked them up off the Give and Take table at a retreat. And I mean, heck, there's a lot of rhinestones in here, right? Like a lot of them. So I want to use them. Who knows how many years it might take to use them, but I want to use them. I love it when I use up my stuff. I love having the stuff. Like, I love being in my scrapbook room and looking around and seeing my stuff. It makes me happy. But using it up makes me happy too. Because that means I can buy more. So, I'm going to place down a couple more of these rhinestones, and these are going to be the smallest ones. I am using a crystal katana to do this. Crystal katana is a super slick tool. It's got a wax tip on one side and a blunt pointy end on the other, and it is beautiful. It is especially beautiful for sequins, which is another thing I haven't played with in a hot minute, so that's going to have to happen too. Not tomorrow's layout, because tomorrow's layout was done way back in August. So now I'm going to pull out these sparkly letters because I need a little bit of pop of something. I've got the faceted rhinestones and stuff, and that's giving me a tiny little bit of shining, shimmering, splendid, but I need a lot more. So I am going to title this Oh Zip for Zip Diddy Doodah, and it works for me. So now I'm going to put down these little sparkly bits as well. Because, you know, more is more and sparkle is sparkle and all the fun things. So that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Of course, I'm going to add adhesive to the thickers for two reasons. One, I'm putting the thickers over top of a fabric tape. And two, thickers don't stick anyway. So there it is, you guys. The thickers are down. The layout is finished. Really appreciate the effort that Miggy put into making the layout, or the sketch, because I think it's gorgeous. And that's all I got today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.